Hey everyone, it's KIREI here for Bramble Fox, and I have a brand new layout using some of the fabulous new travel pieces that are available in the shop now. So I'm using the Adventure Starts Here set, which is the large title, the Travel Pieces set, and the Travel Woodies set. Now I've got a couple of photos here, and actually I haven't gone anywhere. I'm standing outside my house. But we have a new neighbour just across the road from us, and he is Alfie Watts, who was actually the winner of season 4 Race Across the World. For those of you who know it, we love it. So yeah, when I recognised him, I was like, oh, it's Alfie. Anyway, he's been here for a short while, but I follow him on Instagram, and his next big adventure, he's actually going to drive a tuk-tuk from London to the North Cape in Norway. So it's over 3,500 miles. And he's attempting to raise over £100,000 for YoungMinds, which is a children's mental health charity, which is quite close to his heart. So, yeah, so it's quite cool because the tuk-tuk turned up a few weeks ago. So we've been watching him get out and about on it, and yeah, just having getting used to it before he goes off on his adventure at the end of May. So yeah, so we went out to say hi, and yeah, we obviously had to have a photo. So yeah, it was a really gorgeous day. So the tuk tuk really stands out. It's bright yellow. One of my favourite colours. So I pulled out the Paige Evans Adventurous collection. And because it's got some nice bright colours in there, I've got the oranges and the soft pinks there. And then I'm going to bring in some of the yellow elements from the ephemera. And then I've got my lovely bold Adventure Starts Here title that I'm going to use beneath my photos. So here I'm just building back in my embellishment clusters here to either side, and I've got lemons, I've got flowers and all those sorts of things. I mean, it's all about the color for me, because I just wanted to bring in the yellow, and then some little touches of the pink and the orange, and then of course the tealy color there, because I've got the pop from the title. So I'm just sort of having play, putting everything into position, and just making sure I'm happy with it all. And you can see I've got a couple of cameras there. They are from the Travel Pieces set, and you get cameras, you get a rolling trolley, and you get a car in the colours. So there's pink, there's orange, and there is another colour, and I've completely forgotten what it is. Apologies. But anyway, that's the Travel Pieces set. And then I've got the suitcase set that says Let's Go. That's from the Travel Woodies set. So these are all part of the new travel collection. It's all available in the shop now. And there are a number of other title sets as well. And they do have an offer on the travel collection itself. So buying it all in one lot, there is a small discount on that. So pop on over to the website bramblefox.co.uk and just go to new products, and you can find all that information. Okay, so I felt that at the bottom of the layout, I definitely was going to do my journaling underneath the title, but I did feel that below the very bottom, it was missing. It wasn't quite balanced. It's quite heavy at the top. So I'm just sort of replicating the two pattern papers here, the striped one and the spotty one at the very bottom. And then I will add like a small cluster there as well. And then that felt to me that it balanced the layout out. So what's next? Okay, the paper snips. So I've got paper snips here. They're number 93. And I'm just going to cut a couple of the pieces out. I've got the little word piece here, and that says amazing. And then this other one says today. And I'm just going to add those into my cluster down the bottom there with some of the pale blue flowers and the yellow flowers. Now, my two cameras, here they are. I decided I was just going to back them because they were going to sit on other things. I wanted to make sure that they still stood out. So I'm backing the orange with some orange from the orange striped paper, and the pink with the pink. Still looking here at those paper snips thinking, is there something else that I can use? Okay, I've got to stick down everything on the right-hand side here. So just tucking things in, curving up the edges, adding a little bit of glue, just so to the center part, so that, it's not completely flat. And tucking things in around. I didn't use really any foam pads actually here other than on my photos. Here it was really just about curving everything up so I get that sort of layers, the dimension that I like to get into my layouts. Tucking in some little flowers over there on the left. I've got my cameras here that I'm going to stick on, just figuring out where they're going, but I'll use that little orange one in that cluster, and then I'm going to add the pink into that bottom cluster there. So I've got some consistency between the top section and the bottom. I've got the repeated camera, the repeated yellow flower, and the repeated little blue flower as well. I think that's always with a layout. I find that just sometimes having some consistency between your embellishment clusters, whether it's some of the enamel dots that are the same color in each of them, just helps to bring your layout together and just balances it as well. Okay, getting everything stuck down here. And then what's next? Oh, mustn't forget to get my title stuck down. Yeah, I just had lots of bits on my layout there, so just brushing it all out of the way before I get this stuck down. And I'm just using my wet glue. And then, of course, I will bring, sorry about my head here, but I am just going to bring in my trusty T-square to make sure I've got it nice and straight, of course, and centered. Then I've got the yellow sun that comes with the adventure starts here, as well as the arrow. And I do move those things around a little bit, deciding where they're going to go. I've got a couple of butterflies that I'd fussy cut out previously that I thought, well, you know what, I might as well add those in because they've got the same colours. So I've got my sun at the top there. And this butterfly, deciding where does it go, but it does go onto that little tag. The tags, I did add some embroidery thread around those off camera. And then I'm going to add my journaling. So I'm just getting my lines, just with drawing those on lightly with the pencil. I've still got this arrow, and this arrow did go round the houses on this layout. I decided I was going to use it at the bottom to sort of draw the eye up. And then that brings in some of that more sort of bluey tealy colour down on the bottom right. And then just to finish off, I've got some little stars I'm just going to add to each of the clusters. So yeah. And then I think I'm pretty much done. Other than that, I'll obviously add my journaling. So I'll tell the story about Alfie's adventure. So I felt the title really worked well, where it says adventure starts here, because it literally does start right here where he lives. Okay, here are the final images. Here's the layout and some of the close-ups. You'll see all of those fabulous new travel elements from Bramble Fox. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.